I think the biggest characteristic is me being a leader in the weight room, in school, wherever. I'm going to push guys to be successful, and I want the same guys to push me as well.
Right. I understand Coach Chris actually came to school,
right?
Not just to watch you play football, but to watch you interact with the kids in school. What was that like, having him around school?
That was big for me, Coach Chris and Coach Bollinger, to take time out of their day to come all the way down here and not watch me run around, not watch me throw a pass, but to watch me in school to see what type of student I am. That goes back to the student thing, which was one of the criteria. That goes back to the standards that they have. And, Coach Chris is one of those guys. On his team, he wants student athletes. He doesn't just want athletes. And I thought that was huge because he wanted to know what type of person I was around kids and things like that. So I thought, to have my head coach do that and care, I thought that, it was a big deal.
You to think of yourself as being a college student a month from now?
It definitely, I wouldn't say it's intimidating. I think, I'm more eager than anything. I think about it all the time, but, this is something I'm ready for. And I'm sure January 6th, when I get up there, it'll hit me like, geez, I'm a college student now. And it might be intimidating then, but, I have, I've been talking to my roommate already. I have good guys and coaches. I have good guys behind me and good support system. So, there's no reason to really be scared.
Is one of your roommate going to be one of the other guys from the class of 2013?
Right, a tight end, Scotty Orndorff.
Oh, the kid from St. LaSalle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
me and him have become real good buddies.
Oh, yeah?
So that's going to be my roommate. Yes, sir.
So you looking forward to it then?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to me and Scotty, being building a friendship and hopefully on the field friendship for a long time.
You made a decision, early in your before the senior season even started, to enroll at Pitt early. Why was it important for you to get to Pitt in January rather than wait until June?
I just thought it was important because first off, I knew the goal that my dad and my family had set in me, and that I'm a football player, and I wanted to kind of close the chapter of high school and get started early on focusing on my dream of being a college quarterback and going on and do better things. And I felt like maturity wise, I was ready, and physically and things like that. And I just figured, I really, this is something that I really want. I really dedicated myself to. So why should I, sit around and wait? I should go get it. So that was my whole mindset to it.
You chose Pitt, and you had offers from a lot of places.
Right.
And I understand you set aside 4 different criteria that this school had to meet.
Right.
Talk about those 4 criteria.
The first one was the location. I'm from Cincinnati. A lot of people think I'm from here or Columbus. I was only in Columbus for half a year, so my roots are in Cincinnati. So that's my whole family's down in Cincinnati. So that's we set up like maybe a 4-hour radius around Cincinnati to see what schools are close, what schools are away, and things like that. And when it came down to it, the main 2 we picked were Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Cincinnati's right there.
Right.
Pittsburgh is maybe 4.5 hours. And then, we had academic-wise, what school was going to push me, the hardest in academics, because you have to be a student athlete first. You can't, a lot of these athletes think, oh, I can go to school and just play football. It's just going to be a football thing. Without your education, you can't get anywhere in life. And I felt Pittsburgh was, they have a real prestigious, academic standard there. So I felt comfortable about that. The coaching staff was another one. This coaching staff is second to none. It's a guys, couple of guys that have been together at Wisconsin. We have ties from there. I have a real, a best friend that plays receiver at Wisconsin. He's like a brother to me. And he says he wouldn't trade these coaches for the world. And I remember Coach Chris and Coach Rudolph and Coach Bielema in Cincinnati sitting in his living room, and that's where the connection with me came from, and that was years ago. So these coaches, you got coaches like Coach Bollinger, my quarterback coach, who's just a great offensive mind. He's like a genius. You have Coach Rudolph, who's one of the up and coming, all of these guys are just smart. Coach Rudolph graduated from Carnegie Mellon. They're just nuts in the brains and the things they can think of. The things Coach Chris and that group did with Russell Wilson in 1 year, it just shocks the world. And that's basically what I look forward to in them.
You are a very ambitious young guy.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like if they want to redshirt you next season?
I'm preparing myself mentally and physically to be. I've been through it before at Pickerington when guys were above me and things like that, and it's just a mental mindset. I can't take anything out of it because at any time I could be, the red shirt can be lifted. I could be on the field or anything like that. So I know my time isn't going to come like this. I know that I have a lot of things to learn. I know that Tom Savage and Chad Wojcik and guys like that are there, and they have, Tom has 4 years of college football on his belt. Chad has 1. So, I'm going in there not preparing to be the starting quarterback, but I'm going in there prepared to learn and prepared to, really find out what college is all about, find out what, college football is about, and just coming in open-minded.
So you'll be patient then?
Yeah, I'll be patient, but I'll still, like I said, I'll still grind hard. Nobody's going to outwork me, even if I'm not the starter. If I'm third string, fourth string, whatever, I'm still going to work the hardest because my time will come. Pittsburgh is, most of my friends say, hey, man, you got bigger and better things to do, and, high school is high school. There's not a lot of things I can accomplish through here. I accomplished, most of my high school goals. I felt that Pittsburgh gave me a better chance to grow as a man and